and welcome back to Lulu's Friends. Today we're going to be talking about positivity, but first I'm going to introduce all of my friends to you. Hi Ali, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Tell us, what have you been up to recently?
To tell my family to not snap and drive.
And this is a campaign that you're part of, isn't
Yes.
it? I tell you, we're going to come back to that in a second. I'm going to introduce the rest of my friends first. So hi Raneem, how are you?
Fine.
And tell me, what have you been up to recently?
I've been having the best weekend ever.
Yeah, what's made your weekend so fantastic?
We went to bike riding on Thursday.
Very nice, and it's amazing weather at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome. And hi Julie, how are you?
I'm fantastic, thank you.
Tell us, what have you been up to recently?
Well, my friend came over and we had lots of fun, and then when we finished, she came over, we went to the farm and we had lots of fun, and we came back like 10 o'clock.
Fantastic. And hi Hara, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
And tell us, what have you been up to?
Well, it's kind of weird, but I finally finished all of my winter shopping. Although it's almost the end of December, I'm a little behind, but I can still keep these for next year.
Very nice. And hi Saiger, how are you?
Fine.
Tell us, what have you been up to recently?
I was riding bikes on Thursday with Raneem.
Is she your sister?
Yes.
Yeah, very nice. That's awesome. So welcome to the studio, guys. And now, Ali, you mentioned earlier a campaign that you're part of.
Yes.
And of course, today we're talking all about positivity, aren't we? So one of the best things we can do in life is spread positive messages.
Yes.
And one of them, I think, is what you guys have been working on. And you might have noticed that I've been actually holding a very brightly coloured bookmark, right?
Yes.
And it can also be hung in the car. And
Yes.
can you tell me, what does this stand for?
The first you must write hashtags about these, and we must tell the people to not snap and drive again.
And can you tell us, what is the message behind Don't Snap and Drive?
Because this thing is so dangerous for the people.
Of course, what you're talking about is people who are behind the wheel, not necessarily the passengers, but people who are actually driving a car who are Snapchatting and driving. And can you tell us, why is that such a bad thing to do?
Because when we snap, we must look at the street, not holding the phone and snapping. Then we will be a car accident and we will go to the doctor.
Of course, because if you're Snapchatting, you're actually very distracted from what you're meant to be doing, aren't you? Because if you're driving, you're meant to be concentrating on the road. But if you're concentrating about whether, what filter to use or what are you going to capture in your Snapchat, all your attention is elsewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I can see that you're also holding one of the bookmarks, and you're wearing a t-shirt as well, Julie. Can you tell me, what do you think of the campaign?
Well, I think it's a great thing to do because they're saving lives. Like people are actually just distracted and so distracted that I see Snapchats like filming where they're putting music in the car and just driving and filming the road. Like they're looking at their phone, not onto the road. So like it may lead to car accidents, and this is really saving lives. And I'm with this. So it's a great thing to do.
And of course, this was actually organised by Al Naware, wasn't it? It's one of their campaigns.
Yeah.
And they're also the same people behind the Yellow Parade.
Yes.
Yes.
And can someone tell me what the Yellow Parade is? Do you want to go, Vinny? Tell me, what's the Yellow Parade?
The Yellow Parade, it shows like positivity for like the yellow color.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
And can you tell us a little bit more?
Yes, well, the Yellow Parade is mainly cars, not only sports cars, but like these high brands. They all drive in the road, in a like road made particularly for the Yellow Parade. And the special thing about them is all the car colors are yellow, and this is shown that to spread positivity around the world and kindness and be joyful and always think in the bright side, because it's really nice to be part of it and not be part of the Yellow Parade and also on the booths.
And of course, it's Sahi that actually organises the parade, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it's different groups of people all coming together. Can you tell me a bit more, Judy?
Something else I wanted to say, why they chose the yellow color is because the yellow color stands for bright, for happiness and joy, like, and everything bright and fun, like not a dull color like black and grey and those stuff. So it's like the color of the sun, and the sun just brights the way. So this is the reason they chose the yellow color.
Very nice. And so just to correct myself, it was actually Sahi that organised the Don't Snap and Drive, and it's Al Naware that organises the Yellow Parade, and they're the people who all came together. So we're going back to the Don't Snap and Drive, like you guys are all obviously too young to drive yourselves.
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of adults snapping and driving?
Yes.
Yes.
And how does it make you feel?
When my mommy and me, we were going to avenues, then we see somebody, he was holding his phone and snapping and don't think the road. He's snapping himself, then he being the thief here, then he flipped his car
And you actually saw that happen?
Yes.
That must have been quite scary.
yes.
Yeah, and how did it make you feel? Could you feel very scared at the time?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure that must be a very horrific thing to see, really. And has anyone else experienced something like that's really stuck in their mind?
Yes, actually, this is something like this, a car accident. I was walking by the road with the whole family, and then I saw literally like a car just burned down. I don't know, maybe he was like texting or like maybe only snapping and driving, and then he hit like the road, okay, the end of the road, and then he went the other way around, so it hit the road and he crashed, and then gas came out and then started to become a fire, but luckily the person was still alive. He quickly got out, so that it was a relief.
Something else that I read this, like I didn't experience it, but I read this. I can't remember the name, but what I know is that someone like was driving and then he was using his phone. The last thing he was talking with the phone, and he crashed. This led him to that. So he crashed, and they checked his voice, his call and stuff. The last call was in the same minute like he crashed, and this is the reason that led him to that, because he was.
Saiga, you wanted to add something as well.
I was with my mom and dad, and my sister wasn't there. And when we were stopping the light, I saw a car bumped at the other, and one flipped over into the side.
Oh gosh, that sounds quite bad as well. And I think what, as someone who does drive, that makes me very sad is that you guys have all experienced this at such a young age.
Yeah.
I certainly don't snap and drive purposely, because I recognize that it's very dangerous, not just for myself, but for the people around me. So I hope that you guys are doing really well in persuading other people. So we've got a quick report now. Let's go take a look.
Positivity. Science tells us that being positive is good for us, for our bodies, our minds, and our society. It can increase our productivity by 31%, it can increase chances of a longer life by 50%, increase sales by 37%, our accuracy on tasks by 19%, it can make us more creative by 300%, it can also reduce the chances of heart disease by 25%. And moreover, it can lower depression, help us cope with stress, increase our performance, make us more motivated, more resilient, more energetic, more engaged, and much more connected. But where does this positivity come from? How can we be more positive? The answer was as clear as day. Being positive is a choice. We found that our brain, as complex as it is, can only focus on one perspective at a time. So in any given situation, we literally can either be negative or positive. You see, the choice is in our hands to make our lives and Kuwait more positive, lively, and prosperous. So many benefits, such life-changing information. We had stumbled upon a gold mine. The people of Kuwait had to know with a simple choice they would not just change their lives, but change the entire nation as well. We had to inspire them to be more positive. we had to inform them the benefits of having a positive attitude. There was so much information to share and to communicate. And that is why Al-Nuwair was born. A move, a non-profit initiative driven to spread a positive attitude in Kuwait. Our quest led us on a journey, on a path to spread positivity. The message was clear. A positive attitude can change our lives. We had to make the people of Kuwait believe in this and show them how. Our idea was to be inspired from scientific research data and transform them into carefully orchestrated, engaging, and enlightening campaigns and events that triggered people to embrace the message. And thus, on the International Day of Happiness, March 20th, 2013, our journey began in a rundown villa, where we set up stations and did activities that made people feel happy, proving that happiness can be found even in the oddest of places. Our campaigns revealed that whatever our mood, we can feel happy, and that smiling is only a pencil away. And then shared the power of being grateful by building Kuwait's longest yellow wall of gratitude, and made saying thank you to someone so much cooler for 8,000 people. Through a photography competition, we asked people to focus on the good in their lives and send in pictures of what made them feel good. So huge was the response that we built street art installations using over 800 pictures to display what we got. We bid farewell to 2013 by encouraging people to look back with joy and appreciate the good things that happened to them in the past year, by writing them down on stickers and pasting them on a collective collage of 2013 moments that went well for 2013 different people. We shared the benefits of being kind and gave away creative ideas on how we can make each other's day awesome. The response was simply amazing. A fantastic 19,250 followers on Instagram, over 120 volunteers registered, over 700,000 hits on the website. More than 25,000 people participated in a total of 12 events. We've collaborated with more than 16 companies, and we were invited to London to participate at the annual summit for Kuwait students studying in the UK. Our neighbors in Saudi, Qatar, and the UAE noticed us as well and sent us invitations to participate with them. Hey, we even won the Grand Prix at the Kuwait Creative Awards. And all of this in just 1 year and a team of 7. How did we achieve this? By doing small, meaningful things repeatedly and investing in our true assets, the people. We have not been alone in this journey, and we have met amazing people, been with some awesome companies who have inspired us to do more and have taken so much inspiration from our goal.
Hi and welcome back to the studio. So today we're talking all about positivity, and my friends have just been telling me about a fantastic campaign that they're working on to try and persuade drivers to stop Snapchatting and driving. So I want to find out from you guys what some of the responses that you've had from people when you've gone out and you've been telling them about the campaign.
I was going to the chalet, then I see 4 or 5 cars was people Snapchatting and driving. Then they hit the road by accident. Then they go in the straight line. Then the car become fire.
And when you've actually gone to and told people about the campaign, and you're telling them, you know, what you're actually doing with what is their response? Do they agree with the campaign? Do they try and kind of tell you, no, you're young, you don't know what you're talking about, or do they encourage and support you?
Then first thing I was thinking, because this thing is so dangerous and horrible for the people, and like this we don't use it in our house or in the car. First thing, we must take a photo or snap before we go ahead and drive. Then the last thing, we drive and don't do anything and focus and at the road.
And what do you think, Saiga?
One day when I'm walking with my dad in the car, I saw 4 cars bump to each other.
And when you tell people about the campaign and that you're part of a campaign to stop people Snapchatting and driving, what's the response? What do they say to you?
Some of them are rude, some of them they will listen to me, and they don't listen.
So it's kind of a mixed response. And what about you, Aneem? What's the response that you get?
As I started to walk by and tell them about the campaign, some people were like, we're going to come back later, and then they just don't come back, and then the others follow me to show them about the campaign.
Okay, very interesting. I think that's great that people are showing an interest. What do you think, Hara?
I think it's a wonderful idea to even be part of the program, which I hope I am part of it as well. It's really good to spread a good rumor that to like stop doing it, because it does lead to bad, dangerous stuff, and it's very, very good to what they are doing, because it's really good what they are doing to stop it, and it's very appreciated. And to spread positivity around, it's wonderful.
And what do you think, Judy?
Well, I think it's a great thing. Like, they're doing a really hard work, and people should support it, because really, like, people are just losing their lives just because they want to snap. They can just wait until they get home and just stop the car, and then they take whatever they want. They don't have to take it at the same second. But like, some people don't appreciate what people are trying to do to help them. But for the people who are, they really appreciate it, and for all of you, like, you're doing this, you're great people.
Okay, so we've got another report to cut to. Let's go take a look. and welcome back to the studio. So today we're talking all about positivity, and I want to find out from my friends what are some of their tips and tricks on how they stay positive in their day-to-day lives. So Hara, do you want to start?
Yes, of course. Well, I know this happened to me once. When you're in like a situation, and it's like you did something, but like you're worried about it, and you're not sure that's gonna turn out that well. So just keep thinking on the bright side. Don't think of all the negative stuff. Like, oh my God, maybe this could happen, and maybe the other thing could happen. Like, don't think of all the negative stuff. Think happy and do what makes you happy. So if you're in a situation like this, or ever trying to decide on something, think positive and don't think negative, because it will get you like distracted and very like ignored from life. So do think positive.
And Judy, do you have any tips for our friends? Because I know you always have lots to say.
Yes. Basically, so I totally get so many hate comments, and like so many people hate on me for no reason. But what I know, some of the reason is whoever hate on you or whoever just write any comment or hate comment is just because they want to be you, or they're jealous from you. They don't like you. Like it's not you're not good. Well, they're not good and they're jealous from you. They don't want you in their lives and stuff. So ignore them and always think about the bright side of what things can do. So like you can't always, like not all people can be good. That's why you have to learn like who the good people are, who the bad people are. So you have to get some people that don't like you and people do like you, so you know who's good and who's bad from them. And you always have to have from both sides. So always think about the bright side and the people who are always by your side.
So you just mentioned that you get hate comments, and does that come from because you have quite a successful business, and I know you have a lot of social media followers?
Maybe because of this, maybe some people actually just, some people encourage me and support me, and others be like, I don't like your work, but then 2 seconds later they just open their own thing that I just did, and they be like, check my account, and they were just like 2 seconds ago, I don't like your work.
I think this is quite interesting because like social media is very easy for people to hide behind a fake profile and leave comments that aren't very nice, and like you said, Judy, like often these people are jealous, I think. But when you guys are young, like social media wasn't around when I was your age, so I never had to experience that. Things like Facebook weren't around until I was in my late teens. And even then, people still did it. It doesn't get any nicer. People will still hide behind fake profiles. But you guys are actually experiencing this from a much younger age. So I think what Judy is saying, like, it's very interesting because from the outside, I'm sure a lot of people see that you have a very successful business and say, oh, Judy has everything, she must be so happy. But actually, they don't realize some of the things that you have to deal with. And of course, when people are jealous of someone very successful, it can take its toll, can't it? So I think it's very interesting that, Judy, you're open to talking about this. To say that, I'm not the only one that experiences this kind of stuff, because I'm sure you're not. And I think another positive message we can maybe give is to not go on social media and feel like it's okay to say something. Like, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. If you're not prepared to say something to someone's face, why hide behind, a social media account and say it? That doesn't make it any nicer or any better, does it?
Yes.
So, do you guys have any other kind of similar experiences? What about you, Reneen? How do you try and stay positive in life?
I don't think negative at all. I always when I'm in a fight with any of my cousins, I always say sorry and try to end this. And we start being friends.
I think that's quite a nice message actually. Be prepared to be the first one to say sorry. There's swallow your pride and move things forward, right?
Yeah.
Atira, we've got another report now, so let's go take a look.
Hi Lulu's friends! Today we will be talking about positivity because we believe that positive kids will become positive adults in the future. And we also want to share some ideas and tips to make you a positive child. Lulu's friends, I'm joined with my lovely friend Munira Sabah. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How old are you, Munira?
10 years old.
What's your favorite subject in school?
Math, English, music, and science.
What's your favorite hobby?
Swimming, drawing, and plants.
Munira, I know that you've been to the Yellow Parade and I've seen the pictures. They're absolutely amazing and I really think that you were very positive in all of them. What was your favorite part in the Yellow Parade?
It was the t-shirt because I like the yellow color and everybody was wearing the yellow color. So that's my favorite part.
And how was it?
It was everything, like it was amazing and and it helped us to be more positive in life.
Always be positive. There are many words that are related to positivity. I will be telling you some of them and you can tell me what they mean. The first one is kindness.
Kindness is saying soft words and caring words. And I think that you have to be kind with your friends, with your sisters, with everybody. And you don't say something like words or something they don't like.
I totally agree. And the other word is simplicity.
Simplicity is being you, like you'll not copy somebody else's thing like life.
That's very truthful. And finally, the last word is truthfulness.
Truthfulness is not a word, but it's a way of life. It's like being it's an honest life.
Yes, that's totally true. I totally agree with you. Hi Lulu's friends, I'm here with my friend Sabah Sabah. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
How old are you?
9.
What's your favorite hobby?
Swimming, riding horse, and watching TV and reading.
What's your favorite subject in school?
Math and English.
These are very nice subjects. I know you joined the Yellow Parade with your sister and friends. I saw the pictures, they were amazing. How was it?
Nice and fun.
What did you see there?
Yellow cars and much things.
What message would you like to share to the children?
Be kind.
That's a very good message. Thank you, Sabah Sabah.
Hi and welcome back to the studio. So today we're talking about positivity and my friend Ali is going to give us some tips on how he stays positive.
When my mother is snapping, I tell her when she's driving, I tell her to stop snapping and to look at the road. When she was doing, I said, stop, mommy, because it's so dangerous. And we stopped and we be positive at the road.
So your kind of tip on life is to keep spreading your message. Like if you have a goal that you want or a message to spread, that you have to keep telling people, even if they're really close to you, right?
Yes.
And what about you, Saiga? Do you have any things that you do to keep yourself positive?
I don't know.
What about just smiling? I can tell you've got a big smile in there. I think that's one of the best ways, isn't it? And actually, I saw something really nice in a TV show. There was a lady who, in the show, one of the characters was upset about something. So her friend said, she put a song on, she said, come on, you're going to sing with me. And her friend said, no, I'm not. And she said, yeah, you are, you're going to sing with me. And her friend was adamant, she was very upset, she didn't want to sing. Yeah. So her friend stopped the car in the middle of the road, and there's other cars around, and she said, I'm not going to carry on driving until you sing with me. So very reluctantly, she started singing. And then after a few seconds, it made her feel a lot happier. Yeah. And it was, it was such a nice little kind of message that if someone is feeling down, you have to push them to feel happy again. Like, something that I always try and do is breathe deep. Okay. And I think it's a really, really simple trick in daily life. Is if you're ever feeling frustrated, is to take a couple of really deep breaths, very slow and very deep, so that calms you down, and it really, really works. Like, sometimes I'm, like, as you guys know, I do a lot of yoga, and sometimes I'm trying to do a new pose and it's difficult, and the teachers always say, like, remember to breathe before anything else. Before you try and get into any new position, you always have to breathe. And it's so true. I was trying to do something the other day, and I was getting frustrated because I was losing my balance. I was trying to stand on one leg and I couldn't. I kept on falling over, and then I remembered what the teacher was saying. Breathe. So I took a really deep breath, focused, and suddenly I could do it. And it was amazing, and I was like, wow, who would have thought something so simple could help me so much? And these kind of small things in life really help us get by, don't they? Like, to remember to stay positive, and you guys can probably hear I'm a little bit sick. So when I was really, really sick yesterday, I kept saying to myself, it's gonna get better, I'm gonna get better. It's not gonna get worse. Stay positive, think positive. And as you can tell, like, now I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah. Still not 100%, but I know that every minute passes and my body is strong and I'm gonna get better. And sometimes that's all it takes, isn't it? Yeah. To put your mind over matter, mind over matter. So we've got another report. Let's go take a look.
And I'm 10 years old, and my favorite hobby is swimming, reading, and drawing. And my favorite subject at school is art and music. And I enjoyed the parade because everything was amazing, and it helped me be more positive in life.
Hello, my name is Sulaiman. I'm 11 years old. I go to the yellow parade to see everybody wearing yellow t-shirt. I go yellow parade to see the yellow cars.
Hi, Lulu's friend. My name is Fatma. I'm 12 years old. I want to tell all kids to be kind, positive, and don't forget to smile.
I had so much fun with my friends today. I hope you learned about positivity as much as I did. Thanks for watching.
Hi and welcome back to the studio. So today we're talking all about positivity, and my friend Leah has just joined us and she's got some information to share with us. So hi Leah, how are you?
Good.
And tell me, what are you going to share with us today?
There was a yellow parade in the middle of Khalij Al Arabi Street.
they were gathering all the yellow cars. They were telling people to be nice, kind, be positive, and all these nice things. And they even got a big yellow car that is long.
Very nice. And what else can you tell us about the parade? Did they have lots of cars?
Yeah.
Do you know how many they might have had? Does anyone else know how many
I
cars?
think, yeah, it was actually over 500, I guess.
Very nice. That's quite impressive. I didn't know there was 500 yellow cars in Kuwait.
Yeah. Well,
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Maybe the same brand.
Yeah, awesome. And now, Leah, you have a story for us as well, right? Can you share your story with us?
Once upon a time, there was a boy. He didn't have any money or toys. Nevertheless, he liked helping people in need and animals. Then the doctor saw him and she said, "That's strange. Why would he help people in need if he didn't have any money or toys?" So the doctor saw with lots of pictures and cameras what's happening around his heart, and she saw that angels were coming and tickling him around his heart every time he does something nice.
Wow, that's a really nice story, isn't it? So it's kind of telling us that we should always stay positive. We should always help other people, shouldn't we? So now we've got another report. Let's go take a look.
How many times have you heard that there is no beauty in Kuwait? Well, we heard it a lot, and it was time that we did something about it. Because we travel around the world to look for beauty and for inspiration, but we often neglect what is around us. Every day we drive or walk past these amazing spots, we forget to lift our heads and see the beauty we are surrounded by. We wanted to prove those who think that there is nothing to see in Kuwait wrong. We wanted to show the people of Kuwait that if you look around, there is no need to travel the world looking for beauty. And we wanted them to pause and notice what's around. And that's why we put 30 yellow benches, all the way from the outskirts to the heart of Kuwait. 30 yellow benches facing amazing spots that we would normally not notice. 30 yellow benches that reminded us to pause and notice what is around us. 30 yellow benches to sit up, enjoy the sights that can take your breath away. 30 yellow benches that gave us 30 reasons to believe in Kuwait's beauty. 30 yellow benches that made people fall in love with Kuwait all over again. It brings us great satisfaction that the message of positivity has been taken up by the people of Kuwait with such enthusiasm, and that positivity is slowly becoming an integral part in our social lives.
Hi and welcome back to the studio. So today we've been talking all about positivity, but we've now reached the end of the show. So I want to thank all of my friends for joining us today. I had such a great time finding out about your campaign to encourage people not to Snapchat and drive. I've also had a great time learning about some of the ways that you guys keep positive.
Yes.
And I hope everyone out there is going to stay positive as well. So we'll see you all again very soon. Bye.
Bye.